80% of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's got to be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sportsbook. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E. Make your first wager of $20 or more and you'll get $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when your first wager on Borgata Sports is $20 or more. Get into the action with BorgataSports.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to the Turnpike Sports Book Report. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a whip-around look at some of the latest news coming out of the sports betting industry over the past week. This week, which is our final show for 2022, we're going to be talking about the numbers from GeoComply regarding the World Cup final.
Very interesting numbers.
Yep. A lot of state benchmarks to hit. In the deal segment, we've got a bunch of sports deals to discuss. Industry updates, we've got Caesars opening up a brand new sports book outside the United States.
Well, technically, is it? I mean,
it is. It's outside the contiguous United States.
Maybe the continental United States.
Contiguous.
Yes.
And also
it's in a territory of the U.S.
And we also have an announcement from FanDuel regarding some horse racing technology.
I love this announcement. Yep. I can't wait to talk about it.
And we're going to end up the show with the legislative roundup. We're going to hit what was going on in Massachusetts over the last week. It was kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Let's start it off talking some numbers. We just had the World Cup final, and without any kind of sporting event in the United States, you have to discuss the betting numbers that were associated with it, especially the transaction numbers that were supplied by GeoComply after the World Cup final.
Can I just say I was watching it on Sunday, and I guess the television programmers couldn't have scheduled this better. I mean, Argentina won, and congratulations to Argentina, and you saw the celebration on the field, which was great, and then 10 minutes later, the NFL Sunday started. So
yes, that was perfect timing.
It was like, oh my God, this is great. I mean, I wonder if this is going to end by the time football starts, which I was invested in the World Cup now anyway, so I was going to watch it to the end, but I guess Fox had it, and then they switched over the ceremony. Switched over to football, but they put the ceremony on FS2
FS1 or FS2,
something like that. Yeah, but it was perfect timing, perfect start of a Sunday.
I have to admit, good game. I never thought I'd say that about a
absolutely amazing.
I'm not a soccer fan,
but
if there were more games like that, I could become a soccer fan.
See, I think,
and maybe that's the wrong attitude.
I think that created a lot of soccer fans. Now, soccer has a kick in the pants in terms of fans watching them, so I hope that continues.
If that was your only World Cup game that you watched, boy, you got a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But according to GeoComply, going back to the betting transaction numbers, GeoComply reported that the World Cup saw 1.7 million unique user signups for that World Cup final. That is second only to the Super Bowl. The NFL Super Bowl, let me put it that way. 3.1 million signups, unique signups happened for last year's Super Bowl. So we're seeing maybe half the amount of users sign up for World Cup as they did for for the NFL Super Bowl. The NFL Championship is what a lot of the sportsbook refer to it as.
So it was an amazing betting event,
Yes.
and it came in second only to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
And it did beat the NCAA finals and the NBA finals.
Yeah.
I think the NCAA finals, actually there wasn't too much separating the NCAA finals and the NBA finals. It was $1.1 million for NCAA, $1 million for the NBA finals, but that's still at a very good margin between the World Cup finals and those other two championships.
Yeah, I got
in the United States.
I mean, it was such a great event, the World Cup I'm talking
Yes.
about, and it reflected that in the betting, and anyone who sees the sports books, and you have an online sportsbook account or
Yes.
several online sportsbook account, you saw all the props and the bonuses and things like that. So the World Cup really got a lot of attention by not only the casual sports fan, but from the sports bettor as well. So it was a great event.
Yes. Let's talk some state benchmarks from the states around the country here. We have, as always, we're going to talk about New York real quick. Week ending December 11th, and I'm sure this will go for week of ending December 18th, since we're taping this before the numbers come out. It's the 12th. The week ending December 11th was the 12th straight week of at least $300 million in weekly handle, mobile handle.
Yeah.
And the 10th straight week of at least $30 million in gross gaming revenue. That's the amount before you take out the 51% for taxes, leaving whatever's left, the 49% for the books, the operators. By the time this airs, we're probably going to have the 13th and quite possibly the 11th straight weeks of each. I think we saw a decrease in the handle between the week ending the 4th, December 4th, and the week ending December 11th, but we saw an increase in the revenue.
Yeah.
The revenue went up a lot.
Well, look, we're coming into and as we sit here talking, we're into a big sporting time when it's bowl season for college football. So I'm very curious to see how New York does with regard to handle and revenue, because really for the New York mobile sports betting industry, this is the first bowl season.
Yes.
So anytime you're getting into a first time of anything, you always want to take a look at how the market is doing. So it should be very interesting to see the figures coming out of the Empire State.
And speaking of the Empire State, we have FanDuel becoming the very first operator in New York to pass $6 billion in handle at that week. They had just $6.099 billion.
FanDuel is killing it in New York. I love FanDuel.
Well, FanDuel's killing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of everywhere, we go down in New Jersey. New Jersey actually put out the number. FanDuel has had a sports betting market share year to date of 58%.
Which
of
is
the
incredible.
revenue.
Yeah.
So that's the important number.
And speaking of New Jersey, I don't know the exact figure. I probably should know the exact figure, but we have over 25 mobile sports betting operators.
23 or 24.
I see. I thought it was 25. A little over.
No. Actually, I think Colorado has more.
Oh, really? Okay. So we have about 24, 25.
Give or take,
but
say 2 dozen.
So that's so impressive for FanDuel.
Yeah.
So
and Jersey had a November handle of $1.1 billion total. That's mobile and retail together.
Okay.
Pennsylvania, they reported a mobile handle of $735 million. The important part of that number is that, and we see this in New York and most of the states, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and in Pennsylvania it's Barstool, not Caesars.
Yeah.
But Barstool, those four, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Barstool, 85% of the online handle.
See, that's great. I mean, I love with we always talk about the big ones, and I'm certainly Barstool is doing very well, and I love Barstool. I love what they're doing.
Yep.
That's I'm sure we're going to talk about it in a little bit. That's why I don't understand the attitude Massachusetts Gaming Commission
I do.
does
it's Massachusetts
against Barstool. I mean, they're doing a great job across the country. They're doing very well in the states where they're live in. So all they have to do is take a look at Barstool and how they're acting in these other states, and
that's what the problem is, how Barstool Sports is acting in other states, and that we'll get into that.
Sure. I didn't want to jump ahead, but that sticks in my crawl what Massachusetts doing.
The other number you got to look at for Pennsylvania, since we have 85% going to those 4 operators, there's another 10 sites splitting that remaining 15%.
Okay,
so that there's a little competition there for that 15%. Michigan became the 8th state in the post-PASPA era to pass the $8 billion mark in all-time handle.
Yeah.
They did it in 29 months, minus the 4 months shuttering during COVID.
Yeah.
Also, the state recorded 3 straight months of at least $40 million in gross gaming revenue.
Yep.
Connecticut recorded a record handle for its 2nd straight month. They had a handle of $165 million. That's retail and mobile together.
Okay.
Record gross gaming revenue, record gross adjusted gaming revenue to take out all the deductions and promos. And in Connecticut, FanDuel became the first operator in Connecticut to pay $1 million in monthly taxes.
Wow.
They hit a $1 million mark for tax.
Yeah, well, and that's why states allow sports betting. It's for the tax revenue.
Over in Kansas, we've got the first 3 months they've gone through. We have DraftKings taking 43% of the handle over the first 3 months.
Okay.
That's an interesting number right there. I mean, there's not a lot of operators yet in Kansas, but
it's still growing. What is it? It's 3 months old, right?
Yes, 3 months old.
The
And DraftKings has already put their stake in it. They're almost 50% of the market right now. So it's going to be fun to watch to see what happens with FanDuel, because I think DraftKings took the lead in New Jersey, and then FanDuel slowly came around.
When New Jersey started allowing sports betting, DraftKings was the first operator to go live, so they had a head start. So they were number 1 for a bunch of months before FanDuel caught up and ultimately surpassed them in New Jersey. So.
Tennessee became the 6th state to top $100 million in tax revenue.
Wow, great.
They joined New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Nevada as the only states that have done that.
And Tennessee's great because they don't have any retail sports books. It's all online.
Yep.
So
it's also the first time the state recorded $400 million handles back-to-back months.
Wow.
So that's actually seeing that market is actually seeing some growth spurts again. It's an online-only market.
Yeah.
I don't see any interest in doing retail at all anywhere in that state.
Why would you? I mean, certainly if someone wants to come in, they know sports betting is very popular in Tennessee, and a retail sports book will do very well. But I mean, it's going so well online, and I think it's influencing another state. What, Vermont is looking at the Tennessee model, and they're talking about something like that.
Well, they look like it. The best way for them to proceed was online only.
Yeah.
Because it's such a small population in the state. It's a small state.
And let's be honest, 6 months out of the year, the weather sucks.
And there's no actual casino gambling whatsoever.
We're in that 6 month stretch in Vermont where it's very cold, very snowy. I mean, it's just... It's tough getting around. I mean, God bless the Vermonters. They love it, and they can get around, and... I'm a weak New Jersey guy, so when I'm up there, it's a struggle getting around in wintertime.
And Arkansas, we're going to round up the number segment with Arkansas, they reported their 3rd straight month of record handle and 4th straight month of at least $1 million in revenue.
Wow, look at Arkansas.
Arkansas just launched mobile sports betting, too. There are 3 operators.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a state to watch to see exactly how that grows.
They really love their sports betting, apparently. So.
All righty, let's head on over to some deals. Well, we had a busy week for some deals between sports betting operators and sports teams.
Yeah.
First off, BetMGM announced that they became the official sports betting partner of the Nashville Predators.
Yeah, speaking of Tennessee, we were just talking about Tennessee. So
this is their 2nd deal with a professional sport team in the state. They have a Titans partnership dating back to 2020.
Okay.
They're going to have an all-nice logo. They're going to have signage on the dasher boards. And also, they're in the process of planning out the first BetMGM branded restaurant and bar for an arena.
Okay.
I mean, that was the most unusual part of the release that we got was a restaurant and bar that's branded BetMGM.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a little different than all the
I think
other
the
deals.
only branded kind of restaurant I've been in by a sportsbook, it was in... I can't remember the town, but it was the golf place. What was it?
PointsBet.
PointsBet.
It was Top Golf.
PointsBet and Top Golf, I guess they had a partnership.
Yep.
I don't know if it's still around, but it was a couple years ago. So it was.
It was a PointsBet branded ball.
Yeah, no, they had. I guess they had the PointsBet numbers floating around in like a. I know what
and the logo everywhere.
What do you call
too.
those things? I don't know, the
tickers.
Tickers. Yeah, the tickers all around. Yeah.
Betfred announced a multi-year partnership with the United Soccer League championship team Loudoun United FC.
Okay.
This is Virginia.
So that is an indication that maybe
there are plans for Betfred to
will be
launch in Virginia at some point.
All right.
They will have signage. Betfred will have signage on the back of jerseys. The red and white home and the away kits beginning in 2023. This isn't Major League Soccer. This is the USL.
Okay.
United Soccer League. Different league. Still probably one of the best leagues out there for soccer.
Let me tell you, I love Virginia. I love what Virginia's been doing over the last couple of years. They got casinos now. Sports betting is doing great. You're making deals like this.
Yes.
And coming up, I guess we're going to show the interview on this show or our broadcast radio show. We're going to have a guy who designs poker rooms, and a couple of those poker rooms will be in Virginia. Yes. So, I love what Virginia is doing in the gambling industry.
Bet99 up in Canada. They are one of the local operators up there.
I've heard of them. I have not seen their.
I haven't seen them yet. I got to take a look at them.
Yeah, I'm picky when it comes to sports books and the online sports. I have to see the layout. I like something easy on my eye. I like something easy to follow. Some of these sports books here, I'm not going to name them, but they look like you're looking at a screen from NASA, and it's just very confusing. You have this number here, this number here. But I like a sports book that's easy on the eye, that's easy to navigate, and so I want to check out these. Was it Bet99?
Bet99.
Okay.
They just announced a partnership with the National Hockey League in Canada. They're going to be having broadcast exposure on the NHL broadcast throughout the country, as well as launching, and I want to get the name right because everyone names these differently, the NHL Pre-Play, which is a predictive game.
Okay.
Free-to-play game for fans, prizes, all that. Mm-hmm. So they're launching a new game with the NHL in Canada for their users. Sign up with Bet99 and you'll be able to do it. We have Unibet announcing a curling deal.
That's got to be Canada, right?
Of course.
Okay. Okay. That was who did I interview? He was a reporter from Better Collective. Greg Warren. I was very, very surprised at how popular
curling is
as a betting activity.
Well,
so
isn't it?
I honestly don't understand. I don't understand
the
sport, and I got to learn more about it. But I was when I asked that question, I think I said something is hockey king up there, and he said, look out for curling, and then it never even occurred to me. Curling would be a big-time betting operation.
Well,
in Canada.
Unibet is now the sponsor of the 2023 Women's and Men's Curling Championships.
Okay, all right, good.
They did the deal with the Northern Ontario Curling Association. I'm sorry for looking down at my notes. I just want to get the name right on that one. Also, the Vancouver Warriors did a sports betting deal with the British Columbia Lottery Corporation.
Okay.
The Vancouver Warriors are the minor league team of the Canucks.
Okay, all right.
So that's a hockey deal.
Yeah, I got that.
Yep. Just wanted to make sure.
When you said Vancouver Canucks, I kind of know it was hockey.
All right, let's do some industry update.
You know what I'm saying? For everybody. Oh. Game starts at 20. Bet slip is empty. I got to call KG. KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Come on. What you got, huh?
And it's spa day, Jamie. You don't interrupt spa day.
Okay. Gracie, what's up? I need some tips. Jamie, you want a tip? Yeah. No. Come on, somebody. Jalen, what's up, man? You want a tip? Yeah. You really want a tip? I really need some tips.
Don't call somebody on live TV, Jamie Foxx.
Well, you answer. Have other friends anyway. Marshawn, Barry, holla.
Jamie Foxx. Hey, what's up with it, Fox?
Listen, I need some tips.
I like L.A.
L.A.?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
Dallas not the
Dallas?
fit. We gotta get to Miami. How about Detroit? Nah, Barry over there.
You know what? I'm gonna call y'all right now. Vanessa, I need your help.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Going with my gut. Let's go with our gut.
Couple of news and notes here for industry updates. We've got FanDuel announcing that their customers can now access both pari-mutuel wagering on horse racing and traditional sportsbook wagering through the single account app that they have.
I love that.
It's not everywhere.
It's not everywhere. I'm in New Jersey. I'm right now. It's not available to New Jersey bettors, but I love this first step. I love I'm not part of betting on any horse racing app, and
you will be soon.
This will, this certainly will allow me to bet on horse racing, which I absolutely love.
What's interesting?
They have a deal with TVG.
Well, they are TVG.
They are TVG. So
actually, now it's FanDuel TV.
And you know what's great for me? I love the fact that it's a shared wallet. So I just absolutely love that.
Well, it's a shared wallet in certain states.
Okay. Well, hopefully in New Jersey it becomes a shared wallet, because I love the fact that it's a shared wallet for FanDuel. I love the fact that it's a shared wallet for daily fantasy. I love the fact that it's the same wallet that I use to bet on. So hopefully in New Jersey this will be a shared wallet for horse racing.
They launched it after doing a soft launch the previous week of the launch.
Yeah.
It's active in New York, Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, West Virginia, Wyoming, Michigan, Colorado, Virginia, and early next year they're going to expand it to other states.
Good.
Not only are you going to be able to wager on horse racing, you're going to be able to stream it through the app.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be able to see coverage from FanDuel TV, as well as other FanDuel outlets. You can actually do the wager and stream the racing coverage.
You know what I love?
And they're also wait. They're going to have it ready for
so excited.
They want to have it. They want to have it ready for the Kentucky Derby.
Great.
So maybe by the time the Derby rolls around next year here,
May.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll be ready in New Jersey.
Well, hopefully it's earlier than that. But you're mentioning FanDuel and streaming. I love. We have Roku TV, and I love FanDuel on that. Not only do you when you sign up to FanDuel, you also have to put it has a double authentication in it, and I put my you do your screen name, you do your password, and it has a double authentication, just like if you're signing into your app. And I love it. It's got the horse racing, and they have this feature where they have the race book thing, and it has the entire screen is filled up with different horse races. So I love it. So
it's like having your own little OTB.
Well, that's what I mean. I love it's great. And now with this app, the horse racing, hopefully it comes to New Jersey pretty soon. So I'll be watching even more FanDuel TV because of this.
You'll have FanDuel TV showing the races, and you'll have your FanDuel app ready to bet on the horses.
It's great. It's great.
Going outside the continental United States, as we teased at the beginning of the show, we have Casino Metro, which is Puerto Rico's largest casino, announcing the opening of its sportsbook called Metro Bets with Caesar Sportsbook.
Yep.
It's the first Metro Bets with Caesar Sportsbook that they're launching. They have plans to do more.
Okay, good.
They actually have plans to do kiosks and other
so they're open and they're functioning
sites.
And they're
up
taking
and
bets.
running.
Okay.
At some point, you're going to see later this year, they hope, that's their announcement, that they hope to have a online app up and running for Caesars in Puerto Rico. You got 3 betting windows at this casino. Well, let me get the name right again. Casino Metro. Mm-hmm. You've got 3 betting windows, 12 kiosks, 25 TVs and odds boards all throughout the sportsbook at the casino.
Good.
They're going to be, like I said, expanding to other satellite businesses and other local businesses where they can you'll see Metro Bets brand everywhere.
Cool. Great.
One last note here in our industry update segment. We have DraftKings offering betting on slap fighting.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we did a story on this a couple of weeks ago, and I think we Dana White's
new league.
His slap fighting league. I guess they just did something with the Nevada Gaming
They got
Commission.
certified.
They got certified as a sport.
Yes.
So, and I guess the next step would have been, now you can possibly bet on it. Now people can bet on it now,
People can bet on it. As a matter of fact, if you're in Wyoming, Colorado, Connecticut, and Oregon, you can bet on the slap fighting league.
Connecticut. Interesting.
Yes. So
although I think we'll be through Connecticut in a couple of weeks. So,
they actually didn't announce they were offering it for the first set of rounds. It was December 3rd.
Okay.
They
talk about a sport I know nothing about. We were just talking about curling. I'm not sure about the players or anything. I know nothing about slap fighting.
Well, they include.
I don't even know the rules. You slap someone. That's
for betting, it's the same thing as just a normal sport. They had over under in the rounds. They had money line bets. Odds on the favorites, all that stuff. So I don't know who was the bookie doing it. I guess you can call it a bookie or the sports book. People behind the scenes, how they can set these lines up, I don't know.
Like I said, I don't know anything about it. I don't know
the
the rules.
That would be very interesting.
I don't know how it's judged.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can have a knockout if the slap is hard
enough.
No.
But, if you've seen,
but how do you judge something like that? I mean, if you're a slap fighting judge, do they have a panel of judges?
No, they have a referee just right there. Yep. So
okay.
But if you've ever seen it virally on YouTube, you can see knockouts. You can see number of slaps per round. It's one of those things where...
See, I thought it was someone slaps someone and then the other person gets a term of slapping someone.
But you can keep
But how do
going.
you judge that? I mean,
what do you mean?
I mean, if
when the
I'm
guy falls over
what am I
unconscious, he's
looking
knocked
at?
out. That's a knockout.
Well, you can do that all day without people getting knocked
out.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if you make the guy stagger, that's kind of that's where the referee comes in.
All right. Well, hey, I'll check it out.
Yep. So if you're in any of those states, Wyoming, Colorado, Connecticut, and Oregon, go ahead and enjoy some betting on slap fighting.
All right. Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of curious to see when the
will there be a slap fighting podcast?
I guarantee you there already is somewhere. There's
okay. I might have to listen to a slap. What is it called?
Slap fighting.
A slap fighting podcast.
There's got to be.
Or or if there's a YouTube page that gives the rules and some of the,
I just
big people in it, or some of the top athletes. And
I just remember watching it on YouTube, and it's an amazing thing to watch because not only the slappers, but the crowd around it is amazing. I mean, they have big crowds for some of these.
I guess so. Hey, yeah.
Well,
I'll check it out. My mind is open. I will look at it. I will examine.
Well,
if it comes to New Jersey and I can place a bet, or if I'm in Connecticut and there's a major slap fighting event that you can bet on, maybe we'll do that. So
sooner or later we're going to have like the Ocho Sportsbook where it's all these weird sports you can bet on. But because I know the next one up probably is the mini golf.
Okay,
because that got added to the approved events in Colorado and Wyoming, so we may see mini golf.
See, I can bet on mini golf because I understand mini golf. I know how to judge the outcome of mini golf because there's a score there.
The windmill.
See, I don't know how to score a slap fighting event. So
it's going to be interesting anyway. Either way,
okay.
All right, let's finish up the show with our legislative roundup. Let's finish up the year talking Massachusetts.
Okay.
We've been watching this go on for the last couple of weeks where the Gaming Commission, the Massachusetts Gaming Commission, has been having these public hearings going through the retail.
It's starting to take
and
shape.
The online sports betting licenses. It's starting to come together.
It's getting a little clearer. It's getting the landscape is being laid out a little better now, and we can see what's going to go on.
As we stand right now, we have all three of the casinos getting their retail licenses. Encore Boston Harbor, MGM Springfield, Plain Ridge Park got a temporary one.
MGM Springfield just put a picture of.
They have a very nice looking sports.
They look like you can walk in right now and place a bet.
Well,
both, they look good.
Both
to be
Encore
fair,
Boston Harbor, same way.
Same
way.
I just don't know when Plain Ridge. What is it?
Plain Ridge.
Plain Ridge. I never get the name right of that. I know they have where the horse racing is, where you can place your horse bait. I'm wondering if that's going to be the sports book because look, Encore Boston Harbor and MGM Springfield pretty much has their sports book all constructed and laid out and built. All they need is people going behind the windows and start taking bets. Plain Ridge is a different story. I mean, like I said, they have a race book. Will they be using that as a temporary one, or I don't know what's going on.
Going by what they said in their meetings,
okay.
Plain Ridge is going to open up a temporary book near what they call the Revolutionary Bar, which is sort of in the main casino.
It's a
area.
big bar in the center of it. It's like a rounded bar.
It's not in the center of the casino area. It's off to the side, but it's still in the main casino area. There's 2 areas next to it that can be converted.
You know, it's fun. Sunday afternoons, like it's one of those things where, you know, they have live bands and stuff like starting like at 3:00 on a Sunday afternoon and stuff. You go there when there's no football being played, like in like late February, March, and stuff like that. They had an Elvis impersonator.
Yes.
You know, we always used to call him, I think you even tweeted out, Massachusetts Elvis.
Massachusetts Elvis,
So and it was pretty good. He actually took you through the different stages of Elvis's career. I mean,
which is a very interesting thing to watch.
So, I mean, I'm not a big Elvis impersonator fan, but it's like kind of a weird and certainly kind of almost a stereotypical casino show that you're watching.
It almost has a feel of a cruise ship show.
It was one of those things like late February, early March, and nothing's going on Sunday afternoon, and go down and check out the Elvis impersonator down in Plain Ridge.
But it's going to be interesting to see.
By the way, I don't even know if they still have them. This was like before the pandemic and stuff like that.
They probably still have somebody.
I don't know what happened. So,
but like I said, we have the 3 retail getting their licenses. Actually, Plain Ridge was the only one who got a temporary one. Mm-hmm. And that's because the Massachusetts Gaming Commission had some, I don't want to say...
They had some reservations about Barstool, right?
They had reservations about Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
And they had some sort of fascination keeping the link between Barstool Sports and Penn Entertainment a little bit more solid than it really is, because Barstool Sports is the actual media company that is their marketing partner. Yeah. Barstool Sportsbook is what Penn Entertainment works with. They're 2 really different entities. Yeah. The Mass Gaming Commission was focused on that connection between Barstool Sports, and especially after what happened with Ohio. They don't want something like that happening there. They don't like Portney.
Recap what happened in Ohio. So they were having an outdoor event at
their
a college
football show. The Barstool Sports College Football Show was at the University of Toledo or Toledo University, and the hosts were basically telling people to sign up for Barstool Sportsbook. Unfortunately, a lot of the audience was not 21.
So, and then Massachusetts is worried about something
like that.
That's
exactly what they had said before all these meetings began. That was one of their main concerns, was the underage gambling. Lo and behold, Barstool stepped in it.
No one's saying that underage gambling happened.
No,
I think they just
They were targeting. They were targeting.
I don't think they were even targeting. There were people standing there.
I'm using the words the gaming commission used. They were targeting underage gamblers.
Okay.
I don't think they were, to be honest with you.
I think they were just yelling it to the crowd.
Yes. So, I think the gaming commission got a little too focused on that part, so they issued a temporary license to Plain Ridge Park, waiting for a suitability hearing on Barstool Sports. That's going to happen in January.
Okay.
So they're done with the public hearings on the licensing right now.
Okay.
We have the 3 retails.
The 3 retails
we
at
have
the 3 casinos.
We have WinBet Online, partnered with Encore. We have Caesars Online, partnered with Encore. We have BetMGM is approved. And that's basically it.
Okay. All right.
So... I don't see Barstool Sportsbook not getting approved.
They're going to get approved. They're just putting them through their paces.
I think they got to find a way to explain to the commission that connection better, because the commission just sees Barstool Sports. They see Portnoy.
Yeah,
and
who, by the way, is from Massachusetts.
I know, but I think they got an issue with that. So I'm very curious to see how this all wraps itself up. I'm very curious. Also, you mentioned the where they're going to put the book in Plain Ridge. There has been talk about putting it in the OTB section, the permanent book. I don't know.
That's a big space there, but the one thing about the OTB section and the horse or the race book, it's right on the track.
Yeah.
So if you want to continue betting there, I mean, are you going to have a combination sports book and race book, which is fine.
That's not a bad idea.
But it's just right on the track. I mean, it's got big windows facing the track. So,
but it's also a big room.
It's a huge room
where they can actually have.
It's a big
and they've already
room
got the tellers there
with a really great bar in there.
Yeah.
I like the bar that's sitting there. You sit there and you watch the games. You watch all the races. And
it's one of those
like
things you can bet on the horses. You got the lottery going. You got Keno on the screens.
Well, let me to tie it in with New Jersey. That's what I love about the retail book at Borgata.
The race book
you have
and the
the
sports
race
book,
book across the hall
Yep.
from the sports book, which
Yep.
is great. I love that.
Which may be what Plain Ridge ends up doing, something
I
like
hope
that.
so.
And we're still waiting to see what happens.
And that, by the way, that's what's going to give Plain Ridge the leg up on both Encore Boston Harbor and MGM Springfield. Yep. They have a race book, too.
Yeah.
So you rarely see a sports book and a race book.
No, not anymore.
I mentioned Borgata. Borgata is the only race book in Atlantic City.
Yep.
So.
And I think they're the only other thing in the area, I think, also is one of the Connecticut casinos has a race book still. I think. Is it Mohegan Sun? I can't remember who has a race.
It's
Foxwoods.
Foxwoods.
Yeah, that's
they
another.
have a great race book,
yes,
by the way.
They have one of the best ones
Yeah,
on,
they have
the,
a beautiful
on the coast
race
here.
book,
So,
yeah.
and we'll see exactly when the tracks in Massachusetts present their applications. They haven't done so yet.
Okay.
That's it for this week. Hopefully next week we'll have some more news coming out of Ohio because that'll be launching. By the time our next show airs, we'll still be talking about previous week, but Ohio will be launching soon. That's going to be fun to watch.
I can't
wait
to see what happens in Ohio, and I'm excited. We're going to be talking with Brian Bennett in a couple of weeks about Betfred and the Ohio market. That should be great to hear from him.
So that's it. Keep press releases coming in. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com. If you've been following along on TV, the ticker has a hell of a lot more stories than we were able to talk about here in this 30 minutes. Also, the print version of the book report with even more stories will be up on the blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button, and you'll see the full printed book report there.
And that'll do for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.